Welcome to episode 4 of Frankly Speaking with Abdul. Today we have Chandra, who is my roommate as well as our classmate. He's been a great friend of mine, and he's the academic head of our class. And I've been trying to get him in our podcast for so long. Though he is my roommate, we never see that much in our from our place. We both have a lot of things in our day, and yeah, hustling throughout. So thank you so much for joining, and would like to start asking you about your journey to Scalar, and how did you end up deciding to do a business masters?
So interesting question, because I started out like initially, just to go back in time, probably my fifth and sixth standard, I actually wanted to be a wildlife photographer
Okay.
or a
You
microbiologist.
born and brought up in Chennai?
Chennai. Yeah. So I wanted to be that, and then I was going through abacus classes, and my abacus class tutor found me really. He thought that I had some brains inside of me. So he was like, "This guy is really good." So we got to get him into IIT. So and then my parents also got intrigued. It was like saying like, "Your son is great." Like they were like, "Okay, let's try to invest something on him and get him somewhere else."
Okay.
So I joined Fiji, one of the leading
Tuition center it is?
it's not tuition center, it's an IIT coaching center
Okay.
for JEE mains and advanced. It's coaching center. So that is when I had a mental shift from my biology dream to engineering. Like it was not completely forced upon me by my parents, but they definitely had a part to play in it. Because I started thinking like an engineer after that, because I started loving physics, and because of physics I wanted to take science as my 11th and 12th, and I actually also started falling in love with machines.
Okay.
Specifically cars and bikes. So my passion for cars and bikes started from my 9th and 10th standard. So that's when I went crazy, and I wanted to do an automobile engineering for my bachelor's. So pushed back to 12th standard, and I started researching about automobile engineering. There were not a lot of colleges in Chennai and in Tamil Nadu and India in general. There wasn't any really good automobile courses in India at that time. So either had to go out of India to Germany or something, and I wasn't very sure at point in time if I'm ready to take such a leap at that point in time. It was 2017, so 8 years back.
Yeah.
So
It's 8 years back.
it's 8 years back. So yeah. So I wasn't ready to take such a decision at that point in time. So I thought, okay, maybe there are a lot of good mechanical engineering courses in Chennai itself, in Tamil Nadu itself. So I thought, yeah, it's a good starting point, because more than 60-70% of the course curriculum of an automobile engineering and mechanical engineering is similar. So I will just start with that first. And then post that, if I still am interested in that, I could do a master's in automobile engineering later to Germany or Italy or wherever I feel like I want to go. So that was the plan. And 2020, I actually, 2020 COVID happened. Before that, I was actually part of this. Maybe to come back to your initial question of why management education. So when I thought that I actually could be a good business leader, so spark, that pivot in my mindset came when I got to lead a team called Rockety Racing. So I was the brakes lead and also the team manager for the
Was
team.
that your first job?
It was not my job. It was part of my college curriculum.
Okay.
It's like an automotive team working out of my college itself.
Oh, okay.
Like how we have a lot of teams working in our campus, right? So it was such a team.
What they do? They build cars.
They build cars basically. So they build off-road buggies, ATVs, all-terrain vehicles.
Okay.
And there is this organization called Baja. So Baja is like, they actually, to go back to origin stories of Baja, it is an all-terrain vehicle event that is conducted in a place called Baja in South Africa.
Okay.
That is how the event got its name Baja.
Okay.
So there is an organization called SAE, Society of Automobile Engineers. So they organize this Baja event every year in India and also across the world. So we, as the team Rocketeer Racing, we used to build a off-road buggy, and we race it in India-wide events. And I got to lead the brakes team, and I was managing the team basically. So that is when I started seeing the spark instead of me to teach and also lead teams.
Okay.
Because I had a couple of juniors in my first and second years who I was guiding him and leading. So that is when I felt like I have a spark inside of me, and I actually loved doing it because no one was paying me to do that. But I had this natural thing inside of me that I really loved what I was doing. So that's when I'm like, okay, so you could be a good manager then. So that is when this first spark came, and I actually gave my first cat in the year 2021. By the time I had my first job already, I had landed a placement at TCS at that time.
Campus placement only.
Yeah, it was campus placement. Again, TCS IT company, because I was doing mechanical. I had to take an IT company job because of COVID.
Okay.
Because there was not a lot of other placement opportunities available for me at that point in time. Because a lot of fund freeze was happening in the mechanical.
Just after
space,
COVID.
Just after COVID.
Okay.
So I got placed during COVID. So yeah, I took a TCS, 6 months there. The COVID lockdowns all got eased out, and then I started to apply for jobs outside through LinkedIn, through references, and I landed this job next in Vestas. So wherein I was a parts engineer. So parts engineer, basically what I had to do is I had to ensure that all the supply chains are set for the service to happen in the site. To give context about Vestas, a company which I joined, Vestas is the world's largest wind turbine manufacturer. It's a Denmark-based company. So it's an MNC, fancy job, fancy office, fully air conditioned. So
fully air conditioned, is that a feature for the
it's like right after college, because since I mentioned that the TCS 6 months were fully at home.
Okay.
COVID work from home. So going to a big office, fancy building, free lunch, free cab, things like that. So it was really fancy the first.
Sorry guys, in between we had to take a little break because of technical issues. Let's continue. So you were talking about your job.
This is not fair. I was going in a flow. Okay, cool. So I was telling that actually I got to, because of a really extraordinary work that I did as part of my initial project at my company. So I got an opportunity to build a team from scratch, train them, lead them. So I did that. I again found the same love that I had during my engineering college days. So I saw that spark that was still inside of me. So that is when like a lot of things got a bit too solid for me, that I wanted to get into management, and because I could still have continued doing the same job, but I wanted to do it with more impact and more agency, basically. So that's why I started giving. I actually gave CAT that year itself, but things didn't click out because of my health and some personal issues. Things didn't click out, and then the next year, I was just casually scrolling some Instagram reels, and my friend had shared me, my close friend Aditya, he had shared me a reel of this college called Scalar, School of Business. So he was like, he's also considering joining the school, B school. So you should apply. We can both go together. That's what he told me, but that he didn't apply later. else I could have had him also with me. But yeah,
we ended up in Scalar.
Yeah, ended up in Scalar. That's how I ended up in Scalar, and things have been good till now. So yeah, almost 4 terms done. A lot of perspective.
If you can tell, recall 1 or 2 things which stand out, from this 4 months journey.
Yeah, so definitely first one would be winning the election. So that would be the most special moment for me, because I did not start with it in a very serious thing, because I thought it would be a really good experience if I do that, and I could also gain a lot of friends, and I could get a lot of relationships.
It's kind of an icebreaker.
Yeah. So that's what I thought, but I ended up winning the election. And I also felt like it was a landslide when people are really happy that I won, and I got really good friends because of that win and that overall election drama that happened. So that's one special moment, and probably other special moment. Something that recently happened was I got selected as the enterprise intern at Scalar B2B Business. So I'm working as enterprise intern with Scalar B2B Business. I'm actually chief of staff is the right hand of the CEO. I am chief of staff's right hand now.
Okay.
So that's basically my job description. That anything that comes to chief of staff, anything that comes to CEO, chief of staff takes care. Anything that comes to chief of staff and he's not able to manage, I'll have to take care. And primarily, I'm working currently on building the B2B business of Scalar. So Scalar is expanding into UAE to offer some corporate trainings and things like that. So I'm working on the proposals, hiring trainers, and a lot of interactions. And yeah, it's been fun till now.
Nice.
So that's been my experience.
Great.
Probably these two stand out. And another slight mention is that we had that Irani chai, remember? In Niladri.
Oh, okay.
We also helped him set up this So that night was a bit special for me.
Really?
Yeah. That night, that's one of the special nights. Probably also another special night is when we went to that, when it's the first time we went out to have dosa in Niladri.
Oh, all of us motorbikes.
You, me, also. We went
Oh,
on
V3?
Yeah.
Oh, early days?
First night. The first time we were there, we went there together.
Oh, okay.
That was a special memory. And also HSR, we went all the motorbikes. That is also a special moment. So, like the special moments out of curriculum. In curriculum, I would say the
winning election
and getting the internship.
Nice.
So, yeah, basically that.
Great, man. So I was always fascinated about this thing. You are very much interested in bikes. You told you are interested in machines, but why specifically bikes? And I think 2-3 months before only I realized that you're a frequent listener of Strel. That too in Malayalam.
Yeah. Actually.
So I was seeing your phone, you were having a headset and you kept your phone somewhere. I saw that you were watching Strel in Malayalam. I was so excited. And where is this love? Kind of a love for bikes coming.
Craze, you can say craze.
Craze, yeah.
I don't know, man. Just started out with the passion for physics and machines, and then I actually was more passionate about cars during my undergrad. You can say undergrad also, but bike was the first fun mission that is easily accessible to you, right? Like from the father's 100cc bike. So it was it's always an aspirational product because he always used to ride a small cycle. And the gear cycle was an aspiration at that point in time. So when you get a gear cycle, next bike is the next level of aspiration. So when you see your friends ride it and you don't have it, or that kind of feelings, and also the tech that goes behind it. And there's also this saying. It's not an official saying, but they say that when you ride a car, it's like seeing a movie. When you ride a bike, you are the movie.
Okay.
You are the main character. So that feel is it's not just about the bikes, but also the feel that bike gives you. So whatever be it, when I used to be in Chennai, whatever be it after 12 the night, I'll just go take my bike out, just go out on a ride. If my mind is a bit cluttered with a lot of things, I just cut the clutter, to clean everything up, I just put my helmet on, headphones, and then I just go on a ride.
Great.
A peaceful one. So it's been like a stress buster, close friend of mine. So if you ask me who's the closest friend, I would say my bike is my closest friend. Because he knows a lot of things about me. Because I've told him a lot of things. So it's more than craze. It's love, or I don't know how to say that, but it's magical for me.
Nice. One more thing I want to ask is that since we started our scalar journey, what would be the one thing you feel that in this space I've been I can see the improvement, or in this space I want to improve more?
Okay. So one space that I've seen a lot of improvement is probably a strategic thinking, because a lot of things that you previously
will be helping in your internship as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So Scalar has helped me with that aspect. Probably all the case studies, the assignments.
To have a structure.
Yes, a structured thinking, and also you're able to see things from different angles. We might have just had one perception of a thing, and we would have gone with that perception. Now I'm just trying to pause for a bit and trying to see the same ball from different angles. Because from one angle, a ball would just look like a circle.
Okay.
So I'm not deciding that it's a circle and just going ahead. I'm like, it's circle from this side. If I see it from the other side, is it a cone or it's a sphere?
Right.
So I'm trying to go to the other side and see the full picture of things before I'm deciding something. And also a lot of things about relationships specifically, because since Scalar facilitated a lot of group activities in the name of study groups, hustle groups, and also hustle study groups used to change every term. So I got to meet a lot of people, a lot of different kind of people, how to deal with them. And it's sometimes really stressful because you also have to do the work and also deal with the people. So sometimes doing the work is difficult. Sometimes dealing with the people is difficult when doing the actual work itself. So I think these two things has been a major learning for me. Because I always was really passionate about leading teams, building teams, but I've not been really part of a team, and I've functioned as a unit in a team.
You weren't in the team.
Yeah.
You're like on.
Yeah. It's always been like
guiding over them.
I was always guiding. Also, in my investors, when I started out, everyone was my senior, so I was only the person in my team.
Okay.
So I didn't have to work with a lot of people at the same time to get a thing done. Because they either would be seniors or juniors. They were not people of my level. So in Scalar, I got a lot of opportunity to work with people of my level, so that I could see different perspectives, attitudes, mindsets, and behaviors. A lot of things. How to adjust to people, how to get work done with some kind of attitudes, traits. So a lot of things. Yeah, probably these two things are the most.
What you learned?
Yeah, most things that I've.
What do you want to learn next?
Learn more is, again, I think it would be around
double down on these aspects.
Yeah, team part itself, because I think there's more room for me to improve that aspect, probably, because I still feel a bit uncomfortable when I'm working with someone who I don't ethically connect with, or a person who I don't. It's a bit difficult for me to connect with outside of work.
Okay.
So I want to connect with that person heart to heart to be able to work with a person in a wholesome way. So if I'm not connecting with them, that aspect, the whole of the work, I feel like it's coming down. So I want to separate. I want to have a clear divide between personal relationship and professional relationship, and how to navigate these things, and also see that work is not getting affected in the process. So I'm trying to figure out these things. Probably by the end of this course, I would be in a better place. Yeah, definitely.
So you mentioned about winning in the election, and as MBA students, we are running behind deadlines most of the time. And I myself seen a lot of people requesting you to change the deadline the last moment, 11:15, asking you to can you try pushing this. So you've been the middleman between as a cohort, we students, and let's say management.
Yeah.
So how it's been for you, almost 4 months? How was the experience? How stressful it is?
Months. That's me 6 months.
It's
6-7 months.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would say it's a bit stressful, because having your.
You feel disappointed that people are not working and asking you in the last moment, or
the difficult.
Sometimes you feel helpless. No, you don't have any option.
See, the most difficult part is that the assignment would have been given 1 month back, and if this weekend would be submission, and people 2 days back will come and say that we didn't get time for this. Can you get it extended? So actually, the problem is it's easy for me to walk into the room and ask for the management to get the deadline extended. But the problem is, what they don't see is that when I get a assignment extended for a very minor reason, for me to ask for another extension, they would have a lot of friction. The management would have a lot of friction. Because if I'm getting one assignment extended this week, I can't again go and ask for another assignment extension next week, because they will this is getting repeated. So you should not engage this. You should not encourage this process, because for every assignment these guys will come and ask for extension. So if there's really some reason for which an assignment needs to be extended, I would not have that leverage to go and ask.
Okay.
that is something that even cohort has to understand from my perspective, because I have to see the whole picture, because I'm like the guy who's in the center of the cohort and the management, and academics is one of the critical part in an MD school. So I have to see how I have to balance both of the sides to keep both the sides happy, because I can't uh, give one side everything, because the other side will get totally pissed off, and then again this side is going to get affected. It's like network effects, no? It's a two-sided marketplace.
In a way,
I am the marketplace.
In a way it is,
So bringing business of online marketplaces into the podcast. So yeah, it's a two-sided marketplace, guys.
So yeah, great. No, like I think this is the last question I have. You like we are roommates. For context, people who don't know, nobody will watch other than scared people. But still, we are roommates, and you know me for almost like we spend a lot of time. In the sense,
Lot of kitchen time.
lot of kitchen time. So I want to ask, like, how can Abdul Wajid, like, how can Abdul Wajid improve in what all things he's doing? Maybe as a friend, maybe as a roommate, maybe as a classmate. So you like as Shyam sir would be telling, people who like people other than us can find us, blind spot for me.
Exactly.
So I would love to know more about me from you. Like, is there any blind spot I can improve on? I would.
Okay. Actually, Abdul Wajid is a really cool guy to stay with, because it's actually really fun most of the time, because he brings you desserts, he brings you payasam, he brings you pradhaman. So that is something that I really absolutely love staying with. And the only problem is that I am a vegetarian. So Abdul Wajid cooks non-veg most of the time, and he would not be able to share the food with me.
Abdul Wajid is sweet.
Yeah, Abdul Wajid.
Now let's be honest.
So
it's actually important, right? We knowing our loopholes, blind spots.
Yeah.
And I think we didn't had this kind of conversation.
Yeah, we haven't had, but I think it's important that we both know what our blind spot is, and we get better at because it would help our relationship also.
Yeah.
Actually, I loved it once when you told. This is really initial days when we were talking. So you told me that if you are not able to tell your friend what you're feeling about them on the face, then I don't think you're a good friend. You told me that.
Okay.
And you're almost 5 years younger to me. And I felt like, oh, okay, that's deep. That's deep for someone who's slightly younger to me, but still that was a lot of wisdom that has gone into that thought. So I felt like really inspiring. So since you asked this question, probably I would maybe ask you to, I know you have a lot of things going around, because Abdul Wajid as a cloud chef, as the CEO of Vajanko Experiences, Abdul Wajid as an digital media intern at Scalar, Abdul Wajid as an SSB student, and Abdul Wajid as a Kochumon for his family. So Abdul Wajid has a lot of caps to wear, and also a roommate and a friend to everyone in Scalar. So maybe Abdul Wajid has to let people know in prior that how busy you are, and so if you let people know, they would be able to plan the assignments or any work that they want to do with you in prior, so that even your priorities don't get affected and their priorities don't get affected. So maybe Abdul Wajid can be more upfront by saying that, bro, this is my calendar and these are my priorities. So I would not be able to spend this time during the last moment of the assignment. So just give me this work prior, so that I can focus on this and get this done now, so that I can focus on other things later. So probably that aspect Abdul Wajid has to work on.
Yeah, definitely.
And likewise. So
okay. Like I honestly love talking to you. In the sense, like we most of the time we'll be cooking something, we'll be busy in our thing, and one thing I have to point out is that whenever I'm cooking something for like maybe Sundays, I'll be occupying the kitchen for almost half of the day, And I think I always felt like, will Chandra feel anything bad, because it's he's also paying the rent equally, all those things. So that kind of attitude, I'm building something from scratch. Like sometimes I won't be having enough orders, sometimes I'll be having more orders. So that kind of support from our roommate, to even it will be for packaging, or just that kind of smile, or just be, let ourselves be in the kitchen. All those things really, all these things are really valuable for me, and I've been very grateful for you that to, seeing me through. Like even I didn't tell you, to many times you came to me and helped me over, and most of the Avengers, even for couple and D, you've been there in the first aid. Vijango also, you've been there in the first aid, and yesterday also you helped me. So all those things are really valuable for me in a way.
Yeah, I also am very happy that you are able to come to me. I'm the first person that you're coming to me to ask for help. So I feel really happy that I'm that person, and I'm be able to be that person. I intend to be that person even after Scalar. So maybe you can always come to Chandra for some help, some doubts, some advice, some networking opportunities, or anything.
Yeah,
You can
always,
Chandra all
always.
the time. So yeah, other things like what can Chandra work on, what can Chandra, because you're someone who's seeing Chandra from up close. Like I have a few things that I have to work on, and I have my own list. But again, like you mentioned, the blind area. What is Chandra's blind area? What should Chandra work on? I should think that is.
If you're a non-vegetarian,
That is something that I can't
Yeah.
fix when my girlfriend is trying to fix that part. But yeah, that is something I can't help. Yeah.
If you can, it's my problem actually, in a way. I didn't ask help in many academic stuff. So if you can, it's actually my problem. I'm again pointing out, in the sense, if you can help me in academics as a roommate, if you can be a little more, maybe available. That's not your problem. I know you're busy, and even I'll be. So regarding that, that would be great.
I'll be always really happy to help in acad stuff because I love teaching.
Okay.
So I would be more than happy to help people who really wanna improve and get better. So I would actually love to help you in that aspect because I love teaching myself. So I can help you with that. Maybe something that we could work on is like it's been almost 7 months, and probably we, apart from the kitchen time that we spend together, we haven't spent a lot of time together.
True.
Probably going out, or like maybe whenever we ask for tea to go out for Irani chai, I will have some deadlines or assignments.
Yeah.
So maybe we can just plan something prior, saying that this weekend we are going to this spot. This is the timing. We'll fix it.
Yeah, that's it.
So maybe if we fix something like that, we can spend a lot of time, because I know we didn't get the opportunity to work together in a part of group.
Many times, most of the time,
We just worked together for Miyola, right? So
and we won second.
yeah, we won second.
Mention
prize.
that now. Nice.
We won the second prize, guys.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, maybe we should spend a lot more time. I know we are a bit busy because you're interning, I'm interning. We are having different hats. We're wearing different hats at different times. So yeah, we could do something regarding that, and we
Should plan more outdoor trips.
Yeah, true. The Smondo boys.
Yeah, Smondo boys.
Smondo boys. We should
I
have a
think we
podcast
should
with
have
Smondo boys.
Yeah, that's it. Even I'm thinking that. It'll
That
be
is
so
gonna be
much. But after 2 minutes, we'll be roasting on
Yeah,
you. No content would be there. But that's a great content, like funny content.
Yeah, people will have fun seeing Smondo
Yeah.
boys together.
Anyway, thank you so much for the time.
It's been a pleasure. It's been my pleasure.
Yeah, we should sit often.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you.